Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfella of Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
All right, man, we back. Goodfella Sports TV. We in the building. Let's talk a little bit about boxing rumors real quick. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And word on the streets, word on these streets in my Gucci man voice is that they were supposed to announce Danny Garcia fight this weekend. Okay, but it sounds like, and I'm just saying this rumor, I ain't saying this a lie, I ain't saying this the truth. I'm saying they might land in the middle. It's a rumor saying that Danny Garcia is refusing to fight Shawn Porter. Okay, so I guess they saying that they offered a few fighters to fight Danny Garcia, sent some offers. So I guess they trying to find a respectable opponent to fight for Danny Garcia to fight. I think it's gonna be January 25th in the Staples Center, which David Benavidez and Alvian Uterman, I believe, is fought on that card as well. Heard it's going to be regular Fox. So I thought Shawn Porter might be the guy that, you know, say, I just came off a tough fight with Earl, you know, fight Danny for what? Okay. I beat Danny already. So I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be a title on the line. I don't know what the situation is. And if it's not a title on the line, they don't upgrade Earl this franchise. They don't make him champion of recess or something like that. That must mean Errol Spence is supposed to come back in the spring, okay? That means you may see Errol Spence in the spring, but right now, maybe PBC don't want it to get out. But like I said, I was reconfirmed yesterday that Errol Spence is supposed to be at the fights this weekend. So if you don't see him, then that's your story right there. But he's supposed to be at the fights this weekend. That'd be a good sign for people to see if he's moving and looking good, his mouth right, back feeling good. Then that'll reassure his hope. So I understand Danny Garcia not saying I want to fight Shawn for what? You done gave Keith Thurman Pacquiao. You done gave Adrian Broner Pacquiao. Now you giving Mikey Garcia Pacquiao. Well, me and Mikey was supposed to fight for Pacquiao. And now when Mikey run out our negotiations or our preliminary talks, now he get gifted with the Manny Pacquiao fight. I'm not fighting no fucking Shawn Porter. I feel him on that shit. I feel him on that, dog. You know, he keep getting passed over, and, you know, and now they want you to fight Shawn Porter for nothing. Now, if they, you know, strip Earl or make champion of recess or make him franchise champion to WBC belt on the line, then it's a different story. But like I said, this weekend gonna reveal a lot of things in boxing, because if Errol Spence don't show up to the fight, then it, you know, and people still ain't seen him. His own coach ain't seen him. So that made me believe, like I'm saying, you know, I know for a fact, I'm not saying which one of the camps of the PBC fighters. I'm not saying nobody name, but I know for a fact they hoping to get a shot at the WBC title. If it's making Errol Spence a champion of recess, if it's making him the franchise champion, which I heard they was trying to, maybe he refused, you know what I'm saying, or doing a thing like Keith Thurman, you get a mandatory when you want to when you come back. I know for a fact one of the prominent PBC welterweight camps is hoping for the WBC belt to be on line and they fight. But as of right now, makes me believe Danny don't want that fight because ain't shit on the line. Then it ain't pay-per-view worthy. You know what I'm saying? You lose to Shawn Porter, then where you at? No Manny Pacquiao. No Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? So what you got to do? Fight Ugis or Lipias to work your way back up? So at the end of the day, Danny Garcia, you know, even though some people say, oh, I feel Danny won that fight. You know, Shawn won it. I was pulling for Danny, but Shawn won. And right now, he don't want to fight Shawn for nothing. Because if he got everything to lose. And what he really gonna gain fighting Shawn? It's not a world championship on the line. Now, if they can put a world championship on the line, then we speak of something different. You know, but for him, it's just gonna be a regular Fox day. I doubt if he don't want to fight Shawn, he not gonna want to fight Ugis. Okay? I don't think he gonna fight Lipia. So you might look at a Danny Garcia, Josito Lopez type of fight. Josito Lopez from Riverside, I think that's Southern California. You know, Danny Garcia fought out in Southern California last time versus Adrian Granados. So you're looking at Lopez and David Benavidez being the Latino-Mexican pool down there in Southern California. You get Puerto Rican versus Mexican in there. So you're probably looking at Danny and Josito Lopez. I guarantee you it's going to be something like that. I guarantee you that's what's gonna be. And Shawn Porter, he probably gonna come back versus somebody else. But if they, I don't know, if they were to make Errol Spence champion in recess, then I guess the cat get out the bag that he ain't ready or he gonna be out for a while and nobody's heard nothing. I just read an article about with Bob Arum saying it on Boxing News 24. He said he don't know what's going on. He says a lot of rumors. You got people saying like Sam Watson telling guys, oh, he okay. You got people on the other side of the spectrum saying he not okay. He got to have stuff in his system when he got caught. And he may be done. You got Errol Spence tweeting out, I give up. You got him putting out on Snapchat. It sounds like he on a breather. I don't know if a breather machine or whatever it is. Nobody's seen him. Motherfuckers in Texas, they ain't seen him. His own coach ain't seen him. You know what I'm saying? So people got people speculating, saying, well, Derrick James, he probably fired. Why is Derrick James fired? Why Derrick James supposed to be fired? Because the way he talking, he can't say what's really wrong with him. If he ain't seen him, he ain't seen him. If we don't see him at the fights this weekend in good condition, then we know it's probably gonna be a while till we see him. And I believe they should do the right thing. Make him champion in recess. If he's not gonna come back, versus mandatory. Maybe the IBF mandatory, or maybe whoever they deem the mandatory at WBC, which is Danny Garcia right now. So Danny Garcia, the reason he don't want to fight Shawn, because he got a guaranteed shot at the WBC title. They put the WBC title versus Shawn, he may do it. Or he might want to wait for Errol Spence to come back and be pay-per-view, but how long that's going to be? If he come back in March and April versus tune-up, then he got an IBF or WBC mandatory, or is his IBF, if his IBF fight is his tune-up, and then he ain't going to see you to the end of December. So Danny willing to tune up and wait for Errol Spence. But at the end of the day, if the title was on the line, I feel Danny should take the fight. If not, I understand. But so the beginning of the year for PBC next year is looking like what? It's looking like Danny, I don't know, versus a tune-up. Benavidez, Yurderman, they can keep it. Caleb Plant coming back versus who the fuck he fight? Alfredo Angulo, you can keep it. You're gonna have Mikey tuning up in January. I versus somebody. Not too excited about that until I find out who it is. You don't have Keith Thurman coming back till June. Okay, you got Wilder and Fury in February. It's cool. You're gonna probably have, the PBC universe ain't getting off to a good start next year. It's supposed to be off to a fantastic start because you could have a situation where you have Spence and Danny, all right? Then you have Mikey and Manny down the line in like April, whatever. And I'll speak on that to close the video out. Wilder Fury, okay? So it'd have been that would have held them down for the first few months. You know what I'm saying? But now, it went from Kool-Aid to shit. But yeah, they going around saying that Pacquiao choosing between Mikey and Danny. In the PBC universe, things can change. Dan Rayfield don't really know shit. The fighters don't speak to Dan Rayfield. Dan Rayfield ain't got no reach for real. And they never tell Dan Rayfield the truth. Remember that time Eddie Hearn leaked it to him that they was going to be fighting Dillian White. The fight was going to be announced the next day. And it was Joseph Parker. So Dan Rayfield, man, he don't really have no connections. He may ask the question. He may ask the first question in the crowd. Or he might get a better seat than some of the YouTube media. But like niggas on YouTube got more reach. And just other journalists got more reach with fighters than he do. And the only reason he get that position is because he got Walt Disney, ESPN behind him. That's it. But I heard that Pacquiao chose Mikey, and that's the only reason Mikey didn't go top rank. It's because they offered him Manny Pacquiao fight. So it's all smoke and mirrors. That would have confirmed it if Danny Garcia fight was announced this Saturday, and then Mikey was going to get that fight. So Mikey supposed to be tuned up in January, coming back in the spring versus Manny Pacquiao. And Danny Garcia going to be fighting in January. Remember, Angel said we want to fight in January, February. We want to fight 2 times next year, not just one. So I think it's going to be like a Danny versus Lopez. I don't have no inside information on who it's going to be. I know they sent a few offers out, but it should be Danny Lopez. It's probably going to be Danny Lopez or some stuff like that. And, Shawn, I don't know what Shawn going to do. Probably a tune-up. I doubt if he go back in versus Ugas. So it's the first half of next year, depending on, we got more fights to be named. The Charlo twins, you probably get Charlo and J-Rock sometime in the middle of next year. Keith Thurman coming back in June or whatever in the middle of next year. So you got a lot of dudes tuning up. You're going to have Earl tuning up. You're going to have Shawn tuning up. You're going to have Danny tuning up. Obviously, David Benavidez got a mandatory versus Uterman. I think that's the tune-up. Caleb Plant versus Angulo. Terrible fight. Tune-up. So you got all these tune-ups going on. You know, Manny and Mikey, nobody really care about that because Mikey didn't show a good account of himself versus Earl. That's just like a glorified tune-up for Manny Pacquiao. So next year, like, PBC really want to make great fights, and they had a great plan. You know, they were planning. I think they was planning on doing Danny and Spence, and Shawn probably was going to tune up. I heard you could have seen a situation where Ugas and Lippietz could have fought for IBF position. I'm guessing. You have Fury and Wilder. Two, you could have had you know, then Earl could have went into a Pacquiao fight at the end of the year. I heard that was the plan because Floyd not coming back for Manny, even though everybody behind the scenes, Al, Sam, and probably Sylvia want that fight to happen. So it went from sugar water to shit real quick at PBC, and we'll see how they go. But they supposed to be trying to put the best fights they can together, and we got pay-per-views next year that they at least supposed to do 4 or 5 pay-per-views a year. So we got 4 or 5 pay-per-views next year that they gotta they gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what those pay-per-views gonna be because Fury and Wilder is an ESPN Fox production. Okay, so I think Errol Spence took a pay-per-view off the board with his injury. Manny and Mikey gonna take one. I heard Showtime supposed to be going hard in the paint with their money next year, and trying to bid and trying to kind of jock for position for some fights versus Fox. But a lot of fighters don't want to go to Showtime because, you know, your viewership. So, then you're going to have Leo Santa Cruz and Gervonta Tank Davis next year on pay-per-view. That's going to be Fox. So you got 2 pay-per-views. It actually was going to be 3 on just strictly PBC. Earl, Danny, Tank Leo, and Manny Mikey. Okay. And then you have Fury Wilder in conjunction with Walt Disney, ESPN, and Fox. So those is going to be a 4 pay-per-view. So I'm eager to see what they supplement as a pay-per-view. It won't be January 25th, from what I understand. I'm trying to see what they're going to supplement January 25th for. With what date and what other pay-per-view they're going to do. But boxing getting hella expensive, man. It's getting hella expensive, man. And you know, it is what it is, man. Errol Spence really like messed some stuff up. He shook a lot of stuff up, man. But at the end of the day, you know, Danny Garcia, I get it. I get it. I mean, you lose to Shawn Porter, you know, motherfuckers really going to be calling you a stepping stone. So I get it, you know what I'm saying? But if you feel that you won, you feel that you better after you get in the physical trainer and it's new strength conditioning coach, you get massages, you feel better, you should be able to beat Shawn Porter. But these dudes, you won't see too many top-level contender fights no more. You don't see them top-level contender fights. You don't see them contenders. You don't see them contenders banging with each other no more. You don't see it no more. You don't see these contenders going in the hard in the paint and you seeing like top 10 guys really fight. When guys get mandatories, okay? When these guys get mandatories, you know, they fighting nobodies to get mandatories. You be looking at the guy from Lucas whatever. He got a mandatory by beating others Lucaslovians, whatever. He ain't never left his region. He ain't never fought, and he getting number 1 in the world. So I'm interested to see how them rankings work. But it's all about money. They buy spots, they buy mandatories. Had sanctioned belt bodies did their job, you know, and I wouldn't even be in favor of a PBC belt if sanctioned bodies did their job and they ordered the fights that need to be ordered. And if a fighter refused to take a fight that's ordered for a championship fight, or he refused to take the fights that's ordered to he refused to take the fights that's ordered for he refused to take fights that's ordered, you know, that's actually ordered you know, to be a champion or be a man, then drop him out the ranking system, man. Make him work his way back up. But y'all know what it is. Goodfellas Sports TV. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, bell icon button. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out to the email if you got business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video question. You can me out on social media, email and Twitter the quickest way. Want to make a donation? I'll link subscription. Best way to donate is share the video. And appreciate the love, support, man. And end of the year, I'm gonna do an end of the year wrap up award show, and I'm gonna do pound for my end of the year, pound for pound. I will give y'all a decade show, but that's gonna take a lot of research, like what the fight of decade. So if I got time, you know, I'll try to do that. But hey, y'all know what it is. One time for one time, we gone.